let's give Ron Price a call. He had a pretty good story, and I was supposed to call him earlier. He's supposed to be joining us.
He's probably in bed by now.
Hopefully it's not too late. I'm only about a half hour late calling him. But hi, is this Ron?
Yeah.
Hey, Ron, it's Scott Hammer from Hammer Down Race Report. Sorry, I'm calling you a little too late. You got a moment?
Yeah.
Okay. We're all kind of sharing our memories here about Bryan Motor Speedway, and I was hoping you could share that story you were telling me about on Monday about the new flagman guy.
Well, that happened. I was looking through my stuff out in the garage. That happened in 93. I run there a little bit at the end of 91. 92, I got a trophy for being second in driver's points. And in 93, of course, that's when Ivan owned it, and things started going downhill fast. Won a lot of races there. This particular night, like I said, things were starting to get bad. Things were struggling. His regular flagman quit. So they hired somebody right out of the stands. And I'd been winning pretty regularly there, and apparently they didn't like me. So I got out front, had a big lead. Wreck happens back in the pack. I come off turn floor to the black flag. I'm like, well, what did I do? Well, my dad, of course, was a little hot-headed at the time. By the time I got back in the pits and we figured out where the old man was, it seems he went around to the other side, pulled the flag man down off the stands. Big fight ensued. I'm not sure if that's the one Ron was talking about earlier or not. I hope not with Larry Jewett. We miss Larry as well.
Yeah.
But anyways, my dad ended up going to jail that night.
I thought maybe you had something there.
And yeah, that was about the last time I was there. I had another race. Where I won. We did a little celebrating in the pits. Time we got around front to collect the money, the girl tells me, well, Ron, somebody from your crew come up and we paid them. I'm like, what do you mean somebody in my crew? I don't have no crew. It's me, my dad, and my brother. Who'd you pay? And, that was like strike two. Because I started racing at Oakshade in 94. In fact, I got a thing here, May 14th of 94. I won the first Oakshade Sportsman feature. This is in the Mark Times.
Wow.
So I'd know. Most of, like I said, 93, things were starting to go downhill. Loved the track. Like I said, it was wide groove. If I remember right, 3 and 4, track was banked, but it also had like a roll to it. And if you went into 3 just right, I could just stand on it and never left all the way through 3 and 4 on that track. Beautiful track, a lot of good memories, some not so good.
Does anybody remember towards the end, Ivan had the lights were controlled by a knife switch. It's just a lever that you would pull and lock the contacts together. And sometimes it didn't work. And now you got to remember that Ivan was almost always barefoot. And
Yeah.
if the lights didn't come on, he took his screwdriver and jammed it in the lights in the knife switch, and the lights would turn on.
Well, there was another time that we had a race. I had a big lead, and caution come out, and I believe it was something electrical. I wouldn't swear to it. But we was out there riding around, and we must have made 15 or 20 laps under caution. They finally had it figured out through the green flag, and about 3 laps before the end with a big lead, I run out of gas. come coasting into the pits. That was another fiasco there, but yeah, it like I said, a lot of good memories there.
So, Ron, we have a whole bunch of other folks here with us. We got Rick Spangler, Hillard Miller,
Yep.
Todd Sherman, Joe Nicolay, Roddy Schroyer, Ron Miller, Dwayne Hancock.
Don't forget Dwayne.
I-
Good.
sorry,
grief.
sorry, sorry, Dwayne.
I was just sitting in the stands. I didn't do anything. These guys are the entertainment.
So, do you
And
do you guys miss Bryan Motor Speedway then?
Oh, so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did, yeah. Even after going to Oakshade, of course, I run pretty good back in the 90s at Oakshade, but Bryan was always special. Me and the wife, that was our first date. Meet a girl, take her to the races.
Works well.
I think that was my parents' first date.
It
the
must
flat
have
rock,
worked.
though, but- Yeah.
We've been together almost 35 years now.
Wow.
That's how I met my girlfriend. I said, "You ever been to Oakshade?"
Oh, funny story. When the first date, I was going to Bryan racing, and of course, the wife is from Wasion. So our first date, I jumped off the turnpike at 108, picked her up, jumped right back on the turnpike, and went out to Bryan and raced that night. So.
All right. Well, Ron, we appreciate you giving us a little bit of insight here.